This small Texas town sits directly along one of the most traveled highways in America, but most people passing through have no idea how much history is buried there. Let's rewind. Buffalo, Texas sits in Leon County in East Texas, roughly halfway between Dallas and Houston along Interstate 45. Long before Buffalo existed, the region was home to indigenous peoples connected to East Texas tribes including the Caddo. For generations, native groups traveled through the forests, rivers, and open land surrounding the area. Then came Anglo settlement during the early 1800s. As settlers expanded deeper into Texas during the Mexican era and the Republic of Texas period, native peoples across East Texas faced displacement through violence, disease, and forced migration. The community that became Buffalo slowly developed through cattle ranching, farming, and trade routes crossing the region. But the arrival of the railroad changed everything. In 1872, the International Great Northern Railroad reached Buffalo, transforming the small settlement into an important transportation stop in East Texas. Rail access connected Buffalo to larger Texas markets and helped grow the local economy. Like many East Texas towns during the late 1800s, cotton farming became central to the region. And after the Civil War ended in 1865, the area remained heavily shaped by segregation, racial inequality, and sharecropping systems that trapped many black families in poverty for generations. Leon County itself carried a long history of racial tension and mob violence during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. Lynchings and racial terror violence occurred throughout parts of East Texas during this era, reflecting the broader violence spreading across the American South. At the same time, economic hardships and disease outbreaks regularly affected rural farming communities across the region. But Buffalo also became connected to another part of Texas history. Railroad towns across rural Texas often became connected to stories involving fugitives, train robberies, and outlaw activity. Then came the automobile era. As highways expanded during the early to mid-1900s, Buffalo's location became increasingly important. Eventually, U.S. Highway 75 and later Interstate 45 turned Buffalo into a major stopping point between Dallas and Houston. Roadside businesses, motels, restaurants, and gas stations began defining much of the town's economy. But despite constant traffic passing through, many small East Texas towns struggled economically as agriculture changed and younger generations moved away searching for work. Population growth slowed, and much of the region's deeper history gradually faded from public attention. Today, Buffalo remains a small but historically important crossroads in Texas, a place shaped by indigenous history, railroads, cotton farming, racial division, migration, and the non-stop movement of travelers crossing the state. Because this isn't just another highway town, it's a hidden piece of East Texas history that millions of people unknowingly drive past every year. Follow for more stories like this one.